So you've already heard me talk a little bit about some of the saw geometry that is important. The first one is pitch, but it's difficult for you to see this far away, so we've drawn some pictures to put up on the screen. So pitch, in this picture you'll see that's the number of teeth per inch or points per inch. And so this is typically described as how fine of a cut the saw will make. The higher that number, the finer the cut will be. The lower that number, the coarser that cut will be. Our next geometry that I think is important to know is the angles for our saw teeth. So here you can see that one of the angles is called rake, the rake angle. So if you look at the blade from the side, as shown in the picture, you can see that the rake angle is the deviation from vertical, and the steeper that angle is, the more aggressive your cut will be, and the more relaxed that is, or the larger that angle, the less aggressive your cut will be. And you can tune this by rotating your file during the sharpening process. Fleam is another angle, and if we gun sight our cutting blade and we grab our file, this is the angle that we're sharpening at, perpendicular to, well, not perpendicular, but at an angle to our blade, as shown in the graphic. And so you'll see that the fleam angle is used typically in cross-cut saws to tear the fibers. There are two other things I wanted to describe, and that is the set for a saw blade. And the set you really can't see along this length, but you can see it in the picture. The set is that leaning of each of the cutting teeth, the alternating leaning of the cutting teeth as you go down the saw blade. This helps clear the sawdust and make it easier for the blade to go through the workpiece. And finally is a saw tooth height. So the height of each of these cutting teeth. Sometimes when you get an older saw, it's not uniform, the saw tooth height, and so you end up jointing the top of the blade to first make the top of the teeth all the same height, but after you joint it, it's not sharp at all, and so you'll need to sharpen it.